Just to go back to playing the baseball game, playing Kershaw, setting the tone, seeing the offense take over, how do you describe this win and how you were able to see everyone get back to relay?
We had the right guy on the mound tonight. I think we all know that, and what he did for us tonight, not only just the compete, but the stuff. I just thought he mixed really well. Missed bats, got soft contact, efficient as he always is, and getting us through sixth inning was huge to set us up for the rest of the series. And, Clayton set the tone, throwing up a 0 in the first, and big outing by him.
You talked about just kind of how you were going to approach this game, not like a game 7 or anything, but still with a sense of urgency. Is that how you would describe how you deployed the bullpen?
I think so. I think, you're looking at the way we deployed the bullpen, and we didn't use Blake for an up down because it wasn't game 7, and we're steadfast on not using him for an up down, even given his usage, especially given his usage recently. So feeling that Diaz can come in there and handle that lane to then have drive behind, I felt good about it, and still have Blake on the line for tomorrow. But yeah, I think that you saw how we managed the game tonight, and Teo came to life with a big homer right there, and I just thought we played a really good game. Freddie made that play early, but just some really good things and just a really well-played ball game.
How about the intensity that they bring, or this rivalry brings, that kind of raises your guys' level of intensity in a way?
I think it was a high-intensity game, but it was certainly kind of tempered as far as internally, but I think that I could see it as far as on the field. I could feel it. And our focus was keen, and, they pitched really well. I thought we pitched really well, and it was just a well-played ball game.
How bad did you guys kind of need to win a game like that, especially after the last couple of weeks, all the close calls there, those kind of situations?
Yeah, we needed it, and you can see even that, we caught a break. Obviously, Manny's a Gold Glover over there, and we caught a break right there on the bunt from Rojas. So it was just good that we took advantage of it. Situation, we were good right there, but we needed that one.
What did you see out of Teo in a bad toss? He gave that fastball from Straw is not very easy.
I just thought that, he got a fastball belt high, and he just took his good swing, and he can do that. He did it to Cease last year in the postseason, and so it's an easy bet that when the stakes get higher, Teo's going to really show up for us.
Given the bullpen that you're working with, why was 76 pitches it for Clayton?
Well, he's going to go to Denver. I just felt that we have to. I just think that we got to take care of him. I think that he could have went out there. It was my decision to get him out of the game, and where they're at in that part of the order, we have other guys that have to do their job too. And so for me, for Clayton to give us 6 strong innings of 1-run baseball, he did his job. And so for me, there was no reason I felt that I needed to push him more.
When you talked about Teo coming to life, I know before game you were talking about the impact of Max is not being here. You've already been through that for a month. I'm just wondering, for people from the outside who see Shohei and Freddie, well, what does Max do that impacts the lineup so directly that maybe people don't see?
Well, I think that if you're talking about Pages, Teo, Smith, Max just has that balance in the lineup as far as another threat left-handed, but also handles left-handed pitching, and he just has the ability to get on base, and he's a threat. And so now without him, other guys just got to step up. And so we're going to see a slew of right-handed pitching. There's going to be right-handers coming out of the pen, and our right-handers have got to be better. And that's just kind of, all it comes down to.
Dave, is there something you've seen from Alexis Diaz since he's been here that gave you the confidence to use the Blake Trinan bullet earlier and have him in reserve for the 9th?
I just felt that was the game right there, and we needed to put that game to bed in the 8th. And I felt right there Blake was our best, and going against their best hitter, their hottest hitter, I felt we needed to use him right there. And then I felt again comfortable with the lane afterwards to have Jack behind him.
Clayton doing what he did tonight, I mean, a veteran pitcher like that has sort of an aura about him. I mean, how much does that make a difference, sending a guy out in a situation like this when you're trying to break a losing streak, sending a guy out like that with the idea that it's going to get done?
Well, I mean, like I said it before the outing. I said he's the perfect guy for tonight. He's a guy who's pitched in, many, many big ball games, understands the responsibility of it, what's needed of him in a particular night, and he delivered. So I don't know. I just think that it's just the belief in the person, the player, that I felt very convicted about him pitching well tonight.
Because when you look at this outing, first, what was kind of working so well for you and just navigating through their lineup so efficiently, keeping the pitch down?
Yeah, it was a good night. I think my slider was better tonight. I was able to throw for strikes a little bit more. Still falling behind too many hitters overall, but thankfully my slider just had a little bit more bite than it has the last few games, and able to get some foul balls. And they hit some balls hard on the ground. So Freeland made some great plays. Freddie made some picks. So had the defense pick me up there too, which is always huge. And they're a team that doesn't strike out a lot. They work the count. They have good at bats. So you just you can't really let off the gas. You just got to keep going 1 through 9. They have a good lineup, especially at post-trade deadline. So you just got to make pitches.
Your approach going into games is you compete. It's relatively the same, but is it different when you are going into a game like today? You guys are a game back in the division, lost 4 straight, and just looking to kind of get the team as a whole back on track.
I mean, I think when you've done this, as long as we have, it's August now. You try and treat every day the same, but and then hopefully the situation just helps magnify everything. So it's a game in August. Obviously, it's not that huge a deal, but the way we were going, it felt like a big game for us, and thankful we got a win tonight.
It was tonight just to maybe play with the right baseball overall to get some sort of win in that game.
We're due. I mean, I don't know. I think it's just the way it goes sometimes. I think baseball's hard, and when you play every day, things can spiral pretty quick. So maybe just coming home, having an off day to reset, and playing a good game. It just takes one to get going, and hopefully this was it tonight for us. Is there something about being able to pull out that kind of game, the kind of game you guys have lost over the last couple of weeks, is just kind of serving as that reset and try to move forward here? Yeah, I think so. I mean, it's hard to say because you don't want to put too much merit in us losing a bunch of games. I don't think that's who we are. So I don't want to say that, hey, we're reset now. I think we were fine. I think we just played some bad games, and I think we're fine moving forward. Our guys are going to continue to throw the ball well. We're going to get big hits like Teo did tonight, and just go from there.
You guys scuffled a little bit with Max on the injured list last time. To see the team win tonight without him, what do you guys have to do to keep that up? What was the void last time you guys have to fill?
Yeah, Muntz is a big part of our lineup. Obviously, he always has a professional at bat. Hits the ball hard, hits the ball over the fence, takes his walks, plays good defense at third. So, I mean, it's not easy to replace that. It's just everybody can't try to do more than they're capable of. Just kind of stay in your lane, and Free and Miggy and some of these other guys that are going to play infield will step up for us like they're capable of, and we'll be good.
Can playing a team, that's been kind of surging like the Padres have been, bring out the best in you guys, even though it is still August, but there are some more stakes?
Yeah, I mean, you'd hope so. I think, it's been, it's going to be a fun 6 weeks. The Padres are going to be right there. We're going to be right there. We got a lot of games against them in the next 10 days, obviously. So, the division isn't won or lost in the next 10 days, but it will make an impact, and we know that. And I don't know how to say it and not sound cliche, but we just got to keep playing. There's just nothing else to do. We can't put anything more on it, any less on it. Just keep playing the game, and just hopefully our talent and our team will take over, which we know it will.
Given these circumstances, do you come into this with feeling kind of a responsibility to give them 6 innings, to give them?
I have felt that way.
Yeah.
No, I just try to pitch well as long as I can. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Doc said he expected the intensity and focus for you guys to be, I guess, elevated today against the Padres. Did you feel that while you were out there?
Yes and no. I mean, I don't know how to. It's August. It's not the end of the world, but at the same time, it's an important game. So we played well tonight, and we'll come back tomorrow and try to do it again.
These last 3 starts, you've got 6 innings, you've had good results. What do you think is behind that, and do you take any particular validation just being able to tap into that, especially like at this stage of the season?
No, it's just what you're supposed to do. You know, as a starter, you're supposed to pitch well, and when it's your turn, step up. And our rotation's getting healthier, and we got a lot of guys that can throw the ball really well. So I just want to do my part.